Welcome to the Reddit rabbit hole. This is where I take you along with me to read some crazy and silly stories on Reddit. This is kind of like the internet's diary, so let's read together. First, we're diving into the best place for the worst illegal life tips. Okay, so this first one can either land you in jail or it can make you a millionaire. No, I'm kidding. Please don't try this. Not that any of you would, because I know you guys are smarter than this. So with that being said, let's read the first post. Life hack number 547. Is your vehicle in bad shape and need a new one? Rub some weed on the frame, interior, and engine bay, then drive it through a canine checkpoint. They'll destroy it, tearing it down and finding nothing. File a claim and boom, new vehicle. Thank me later. I just love the confidence that this poster had. Like, he's done this a million times before and he's just sharing his knowledge with us, and it's like guaranteed to work. But enough of this, let's go to the comments, because sometimes I'm just here for the comments, you know? The first one, they will find something. Yep, that's probably true. And then the next one, this is what I was thinking. If they find nothing, they insert something, so they would not need to repair it or pay for damages. They have enough drugs they found elsewhere and confiscated. Oh God, and then this comment. Or just crash it anywhere and claim hit and run. No need to overcomplicate things. Yes, exactly. Just take the easy way out and crash it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. These people. Well, before we lose any more brain cells, let's head on to the next post. How I ate like a king while homeless. I was living in my car in Phoenix, Arizona, while working full-time at Amazon, doing Uber, DoorDash, whenever I wasn't on the clock, when I was 20 years old. I never stole a delivery order until I was really down, bad, and penny pinching, waiting on a deposit one time. I can't say for certain that this method still works, but anyone is free to try it. You have to sign up for DoorDash and simply never complete a single order. You go pick up the food and never confirm pickup. Cancel the order once you get back into your car with the food and close the app. The trick is that the app or system always assumes you are a brand new Dasher each time you opened it. Therefore, bypassing shit that would get the average Dasher banned, such as reports and cancellation rating. I stole easily over $1,000 in orders. In the span of 5 months, from high-end restaurants to McDonald's breakfast, whatever customer had the best taste, LOL. There's no honor in stealing, and I don't glamorize what I did when I was homeless at 20 years old either. This is just a shitty life tip that I happened to find myself, which I wanted to share. This is definitely a shitty life tip for a shitty situation, but instead of doing like all of this and potentially, getting in trouble, why not stop by your local food pantry and see if they can help you out, and they'll probably also give you some resources. Besides, this day and age, I don't think that this would work at all. I feel like Uber and DoorDash have like security measures now that they've implemented to kind of combat all of these thefts. But anywho, let's see what people say. It says, a long time ago when I wasn't homeless, but I was poor, I would panhandle and I would go to the Chinese restaurants from the back, because I don't know why they always have their back door open, which that is true. And I would ask for some food and they would give it to me. Aw, if this is true, this is really sweet. Someone else said, you can usually shoplift from McDonald's, just go in at busy o'clock and claim the first big order that comes up. They never check the receipt and they'll just make a new one. I see, the old grab and go method. The comment at the bottom of this says, as someone who works at McDonald's, I've seen homeless folks grab mobile orders and just stash. I could care less. It's one person less hungry. That is kind of true, but you gotta be careful. You don't want to get fired over it. So enough of this, let's switch gears. Lastly, we're diving into one of the funniest and weirdest corners of Reddit. Whoever created the tradition of not seeing the bride in the wedding dress beforehand saved countless husbands everywhere from hours of dress shopping and will forever be a hero to all men. I wasn't even aware that this tradition even existed, so this caught me by surprise, and in the end, I kind of learned something. The top comment states, I read that this tradition exists because in the past, women were basically traded into a richer family by marriage. They were kept far away from the guy because the poorer family didn't want to risk him not liking her looks and backing out. That's also essentially the origin of why brides wear veils. Ooh, that seems kind of harsh. So then what happens if the husband doesn't like her looks after they got married? Does he return her? What happens in that situation? And then after all that wondering, I read this one. Let's not forget that groomsmen are around to protect the bride from being kidnapped, or in some cases, rescued. And of course, the best man is supposed to be the groom's champion in case anyone demands a duel of honor for the right to the bride. Traditions. What is this? Seriously, what is this? What is going on? This other comment says, it's crazy to think about the norms of the past. The fact that this sort of thing became tradition must have meant that it was common enough that such measures had to be taken so frequently. What we think of as rituals now were really just measures of protection and safety for people back then. Fucking insane. Yes, this is exactly what I was thinking. It's crazy to think that this was such a common occurrence, like some guy just stealing some bride. Like you can't get your own wife? I don't get it. I don't. And lastly, I'm gonna leave you with this last comment. I wish they would have started the tradition of not seeing your children until they were all grown up. This sounds like a very exhausted parent. You know what? I have a tip for you, a solution. Why not try boarding school? Thank me later. Well, alright guys, Reddit has officially rotted my brain and I love every second of it. Thanks for hanging out with me in the weird corners of Reddit. We'll go deeper next time. If you enjoyed this mental spiral, you know what to do. Tap the buttons, feed the algorithm. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully with a little bit more insanity. Bye.